Now, you dropped out of CEGEP. How dare you? This is the equivalent of high school, in the States.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
I was
insane if
almost
you think
there.
about it.
I did drop out of CEGEP, and I was almost there, man. I think I never did the math. I'm not so sure what's going on in my school years,
It
but I think I had like 7 classes left to do. Yes.
uh, so session 4. So it's like end of the year.
J'ai fait session 4. I did session 4, but I had 2 classes by then. That's
Okay.
it, French and math. So I finished French, I finished math, and then the rest I don't even know what's left to do. I finished methodology. Oh my god, I
Haven't
did that.
gotten there yet. No idea what that is.
No, you don't want to know. You'll know, but you don't want to know.
Let's clarify.
So
You're in sciences humaines DEC.
yes, I was in
Do-
Dex Sciences Humaines Administration. It's
Okay.
business administration, whatever. Or that's how
Well, that
they
falls right.
pretend.
That falls right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's you have a marketing class, you have a management class ish, but to say that this is business administration per se, I think is a long
Mm.
shot.
Did you mind
Uh,
dropping? Is it okay if we talk about the school, or do you want to avoid the
of
names?
course, man. Go
Oh
ahead,
man,
go ahead.
Collège Brébeuf. It's quite the ride. I gotta give it to you.
It's an amazing school, and I don't say this to pretend because we're in a public place right now. I say this because it gave me a lot, both like on the good side and on the bad side. You learn a
For sure.
lot at Brébeuf, and being a hard worker and working for what matters is something that you'll learn in that school. And I'm not preaching it. It sounds so like preppy. It's terrible,
Definitely.
but it sounds preppy. But at the end of the day, and I'm not. It's not only Brébeuf. I think there are a lot of great schools out there that'll teach you the same. But for me, it's been nice years, very nice years,
Right now,
especially for the
I
people.
for sure. I'm in CEGEP one now. I'm in quite a different program. I guess you could say I'm in the IB Pure and Applied Sciences, and for it always occurs to me that the IB programs are so like nobody do these anymore. Like except for health sciences, nobody do the IB
I don't
programs for
know.
business administration. There was only 20 kids in that program doing business administration IB. Isn't it normal that business you want to go more international side?
Maybe. Look, I'm not familiar with the IB. I've never been in IB, not in high school, not in CEGEP. I really don't know what that brings you. I know there's a lot of value that comes with the
Mm.
curriculum and the diploma, just like being this IB. It's like a title. Yeah, that's what I know from IB at least. But to say that again, going back to school, for me, it's not CEGEP has been CEGEP has been more a school of life than school of anything else.
How's that?
CEGEP taught me a lot on the social side of
Mm,
things, and CEGEP cleared out who I was, at least for now, as an individual.
right.
And I know this is going to change. CEGEP filtered out the right people in my network, I believe, to a certain extent, and I chose new friends with a
Mm.
clearer mind. I learned a lot about myself, so I believe that's what I came out of. When I came out of CEGEP, that's what I had. I never finished, so I can't say I graduated. So I always say came out of CEGEP. I don't say graduated because
Well,
I
you
can't
almost
say
got it
that.
over with. You almost did.
Almost close enough. But anyway, so I think that's the only thing that I really, really, truly learned in CEGEP is more on the personal, social side of it than on the school slash education side of it. There's
Well,
a
this
lot
is
wrong.
just horrible this year. A lot
For
of a
sure.
lot of people I know, a lot of my friends, we go into this. We're thinking this is the time where we're gonna find out what we want to do. We're gonna meet the right people for it, right?
Mm,
It just sucks so much because so many people are demotivated completely right now, out of motivation, out of will, because they're just sitting in front of a computer screen all day. They're not meeting
mm.
anyone. It's honestly this is stagnating more than we because earlier when it happened we thought like we don't have to get up to school at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is pretty nice, right? That was the case for me. That was the case of a lot of my friends, and then I realized I'm barely talking to anyone,
Yes,
and I'm
typical
getting
human behavior.
almost zero social side of it.
Absolutely. And sadly enough, it's what I believe you gain most in CEGEP. So, and
Oh, isn't
yeah, but it's indeed sad. And COVID-19 is going to teach us a lot of things. It's going to teach everybody a lot of things about work culture, work ethics, about who you are and what you want to do and how hard you want to
Mm.
work and why, what really matters and what you're passionate about. I think
Mm.
COVID is going to help you figure out some of these things. But walking into CEGEP saying that you'll know exactly what you want to do, I walked into CEGEP wanting to become a lawyer.
You're right.
I had this side personal project that was called Go Loot even back then. That was just like my personal hobby. I wanted to become a lawyer. Sec 4, I wanted to be a radiologist, a
Oh,
doctor. But I think what attracted me the most was the money, not so much the passion and
I think you get like 500K by looking at a picture and playing Where's Waldo. Obviously, no
no,
disrespect to radiologists, but you know.
absolutely not. No disrespect. It's so much education required to get there. But I think what attracted me the most was the money, to be really honest with you. And I was 15. So that's all I was thinking about. Not
Mm,
all, but
of
the
course. It's a thought in the
15.
back of the head, maybe. I don't know. Maybe in the front.
Exactly. Exactly. It was a thought in the back of my mind. And I wanted to be a radiologist. Then I chose to go on the human science side in Sec 5 at
Mm.
Brébeuf. So I didn't do my sciences. So that completely ruined my dream of becoming a doctor, but it was the best decision I ever did. Then walked into CEGEP wanting to become a lawyer, had this side hustle, and I never finished CEGEP. I now work full time on this. I never walking into CEGEP. I couldn't have told you that I'd be here sitting today. So there's absolutely no way that you'll know what you want to do
You're right.
throughout your CEGEP years. You'll figure it out along the way.
It is
You'll
a pretty
figure it out.
naive statement. You're totally correct. To learn more about Lucas Béland's full story on how he became a full-time entrepreneur and startup founder at 19, go to episode 9 with Lucas Béland.